How's it, everybody? And a warm welcome to the NFT show.
Oh,
Morland,
I'm back. I'm back.
you're back. Thank God, man. I've missed you. Nice haircut.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, cleaned it up, cleaned up the beard a little bit. It's summer, so well, it's not summer yet, but it's getting hot, so had to trim up so I didn't
It's
overheat.
looking good. It's
No,
looking
thank
good.
you. Thank you. You're looking good as well.
Yeah, man. I'm feeling great. NFTs have been so quiet. I've been able to meet my children. And it's
Actually
been
take time
good.
for yourself. Yeah. Been
Uh,
trying to take a step back. Well, not a step back, but
yeah, there
still
just
in
hasn't been
it.
that much.
Just yeah,
Yeah.
you don't have to feel as like go go go, I guess, and just taking your time is I kind of like it a little bit more this way, to be honest. Don't
Me
feel
too.
as much FOMO and all that craziness. So
Yeah,
yeah.
not so worried about our bags. They're close to zero, so
Yeah.
nothing to
Well,
worry about.
personally, I haven't had enough money in NFTs that I need to worry.
Yeah,
Like the ones that I have that I've spent decent money on, I bought because I liked. The other ones that I got burned on, it is what it is, I guess, right? I'm used to seeing my NFTs go to zero. Let's put it that way. So this whole market downtrend and everyone's panicking, like I'm really unfazed by this whole thing.
that's good. I mean, I'm not so used to it. I have been around in a few bears and a few bulls. Some good news. I got a mutant.
Nice.
We're not
Just today or
a few
uh
days ago. We're not going to be changing it to our profile picture.
you
Because I fully intend on selling it again when it gets to 40.
yeah.
And then I'll buy again when it gets to 20. But I got a really nice one. I didn't go for the floor. I got a quite a rare one, a gold grill.
Yeah, that one
Um,
will that gold grill will go quick. People will
yeah,
want that one.
yeah.
That's a nice.
So
I
he's
like
quite
it. That's
cool.
cool.
He's
Yeah.
different. He's got a hook in his head, um, which is always great. I must be honest. I do miss my OG, my previous one. I really do. I saw
The
Seth Green.
jellyfish, the
Seth Green
jellyfish head.
bought it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah.
Like the actor
Like the
Seth
actor,
Green?
yeah. It's got a blue tick and it's Seth Green. So I doubt he's ever going to sell it, but I am stalking him. And if he does ever list it, I will be there.
He did he buy
Um,
it? He bought it from you,
no,
or
so a guy
oh,
bought it
okay,
from me, and then he bought it from the guy.
okay, okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So yeah.
Hey,
But if it
you can say that you used to own that. That's kind
yeah,
of
for
cool.
sure. For sure. So that's the one bit of news. Let's jump into everything. Let's see what's going on. I've noticed this thing's not loading today. It's been on 10 million the whole day. So I don't know what today's number is, but yesterday was just under 60 million. The day before 75 million. And then that was the day when everyone was selling their beans, which have actually come up today. Azuki's come up, and we're going to have a look why. But yeah, I mean, look, there's definitely some relief in the crypto markets. I mean, the other day, Moreland, we were red, bro, everything.
Oh, I
Um,
know. I
and
was watching it.
today everything is green. I
I
do
think we
think it's
should
a bit
be
of a
I think we should be careful though.
yeah,
I think this is a bit of a sucker's bounce and
yeah. What's it? A dead
beg
cat?
cat bounce, yeah.
Yeah, for
Just
sure. I do.
I did scoop up a few coins on the dip, a few tokens, but
What did you get?
I added to my Cardano bags that I just dollar cost average into on like
Yeah.
a monthly basis type thing, but I decided to just put a bit more in when it hit well, I don't know what it was USD, but Canadian it hit 69 cents, so I just bought a bit more. And then yeah, I'm waiting for it to go back down to another decent number and I'll probably put even more in.
Did
But
you get any ape?
no,
They went down to 5.
I was thinking about it, but I think it's going to go down again and it might go
It will.
further.
It
So
could.
I
It's
wasn't
just
looking at
because.
I wasn't flipping, like I'm not trading. This is just
Yeah,
adding to
yeah.
my long-term like
Look,
funds. So
I personally think at $5 you can't really go wrong. But the big question with ApeCoin is how long is this game gonna take? And if it's going to take a while, which I suspect it will, then there are going to be other opportunities, I think. Did you see that trailer that they did of the game?
yeah, it looks really cool. It
Did
looks. I was listening in on a few things, and there's a theory that they actually bought a different game that kind of failed, and then they reskinned it with Bored Ape stuff, which is fine. Like that's done all the time in video
yeah,
games. Um, so it's really interesting, like what their plan is. Like I don't know. It looks really cool. Like the way that
mm.
they have this whole launching pad system and
But also I really
exploring
like
and
that it's like proper 3D. It's not
mhm.
pixelated.
Yeah,
I
it's
must be
not a
honest. I've lost interest to a degree in Sandbox, Decentraland, all of them.
mm,
Because the truth is that the future of the metaverse is not going to be pixelated, in my opinion.
yeah.
It's not. I don't want
Well,
to see myself as.
I think no, I get it too, but I think what was happening when those what well, Decentraland's not pixelated, but Sandbox and say NFT Worlds has its own niche market because of the Minecraft element, but it's
Mm,
still pixelated, right? And blocky, very blocks.
mm, mm,
So, like, that was when they first started these things. That's all they could really do to make it the scale that it's going to be, right?
yeah,
But now they have a bit more of advancements and the abilities to make these worlds a little bit more realistic and um, yeah, I think like with what Bored Ape's doing and the other side land, it could end up being similar to like Warcraft style uh game.
Fortnite.
World of Warcraft, not necessarily Fortnite, because Fortnite's like a battle royale shooter. World of
Mm,
Warcraft is an open world where you travel on different quests, and there's a central hub that everyone goes back to get more quests or to whatever to interact with each other. So
yeah,
the whole other side thing might be that central hub and you can go out to other people's lands to be doing different quests. And then as they open that up to more players other than just Bored Apes, let's say all the NFTs that were in their original trailer, they all get avatars that can walk around in the other side and start interacting, doing different quests and different things. And then that gets built out even further. Like even World of Warcraft isn't a finished game. It's an
mm,
evolving, constantly evolving game. And I was thinking about this the other day actually about gaming and stuff. Uh like the current gamer is looking for something that isn't just a finished product. I play it and I beat it. They want something that's always changing and evolving. It's like a living game in that sense,
mm,
right? Like
mm.
they're always wanting the next season to drop, the next challenges, the next quests, the next characters, the next storyline, whatever it is. And they have a paid subscription model, and that could very well be what's going to happen with the other side, right? You
Yeah,
have access if you have these NFTs. If you don't have these NFTs, it's a paid subscription model. You get a base avatar that can interact in these worlds and interact in our metaverse, which would have different, everything that they promise in different metaverses. But it just, I don't know. To me, it right now it's more of like an evolving gamescape than a true. I don't even know what a true metaverse is,
yeah.
but like you know what I'm saying?
I
It's
do. It's going to be very interesting. It's interesting how they do it, and they are really the OGs. It's interesting to me how little information there is, and how they sort of give you little tinkets of information. On the
hmm
one side, I wonder if even they don't fully know the direction yet, and therefore they don't want to commit to it. They've got a very good concept or whatever. On the other side, is it just marketing? I don't know. It seems to work for them. But can you imagine like a new collection doing that? Saying, look, buy NFT. It's only 2.5 ETH, excluding the gas, right? So buy it, and look, we're not telling you anything. Fuck you. We're not telling you anything. If you want to buy it, if you trust us. Now, obviously, with Bored Ape, they've got a proven track record of delivering value.
They launched during a time where that was fine, right? Like the NFT market was young. It hadn't become so much about investments and flipping and
those
making
guys
the
weren't
money.
buying thinking that they were going to have a $1 million.
And they didn't know they were going to get airdrops. They didn't know they were going to get metaverse land or coins.
That's what it used to. That was
it was just fun. It was a bunch of guys that had some ETH that they wanted to do something with, and they heard about these things, and okay, cool, I'll put a little bit in, see what happens, and it just took off, right? So, and now we're in this space where it's so dominated by trading and volume and all that stuff. It's a completely different game. Completely different.
Is. So let's have a look here, Morland. The last 24 hours have been really interesting because everything was dead. Everything, absolutely, except for people trying to get out of Azuki and Beans. Everything was dead. And today there have been. I've been keeping an eye on IC tools. I just like to keep this open. The 5-minute window. It just gives you a bit of a bird's eye view of what's trending. And there's been some interesting stuff that I wouldn't have thought was trending. I saw our friends CryptoPunks, not CryptoPunks, man. Super plastic janky. I've seen them on here quite a bit. They went from 0.06 all the way to 0.2 today, which I wouldn't have expected on the first day of there being a bit of volumes here. You even see they still hear the head trips, but they've been here, and there've been some interesting ones. So I've been interested just watching this today, seeing what's getting a bit of momentum. Because remember, I don't think this is a full-blown recovery. I do unfortunately think we've got a lot of pain ahead of us. I do. However, it is interesting because people, let's say this is a recovery, hypothetically, a full recovery. It doesn't happen that every good collection pumps that day. It's sort of like what gets the spotlight for whatever reason. Maybe there's something going on in that Discord today. Then those get picked up, and then the next day. So it's just interesting to me to be watching this.
One thing too that I think we should keep in mind with like the fluctuation in the price of Ethereum. There are probably a lot of people that were sitting on the sidelines previously watching this whole NFT thing and thinking, oh, that 0.25, quarter of an ETH, that's a good chunk of money. I'm not going to put that much money into this NFT. But now that 0.25 is a lot less. So they might be willing to dump their fiat into ETH
and it's not 0.25 anymore. That's that collection. It's now 0.1.
Yeah, exactly.
At the moment.
On
top of that, and ETH is half. So it's definitely allowed us to lower the barrier of entry to some degree.
But then there's also the fear factor that I'm going to be putting money into an asset that's going down and NFTs are failing and blah, blah, whatever. So
but then they would have to pump, and then we get some FOMO,
but it's easy. It's easy for us to say all this though, because we're in it, right? Taking somebody is buying their first NFT, right? It would be hard to pull the trigger at a point like this, right? If you didn't really have conviction.
My first NFT, like back in the day, I didn't really have a global picture of crypto and the macroeconomics and I wasn't watching that. I like the look of this thing, and I wasn't like tracking what I track now, and and in a way it's a blessing in disguise. Ignorance is bliss. So it is possible.
What was the news about NFTs at the time, right? It was all positive. The news right now about NFTs is not positive. So that's a bit of a difference.
Look, we've held up pretty well. I mean,
for sure.
I mean, like NFTs in general. I just think we're so far. I mean, look, I'm scared. I don't want to say anything, but so far. So the biggest surprise for me is Azuki and Beans. and this is related here to our friend Zagabond. So he's transferred the ownership of Funks, the one of the collections that he left. To put it nicely, he's handed over the smart contract to the community. So that's the one thing. So I'm very interested to see what's going to happen here long term. I mean, 6 months, a year. That's what I'm interested to see. But it has surprised me. I mean, you could have picked one of these up yesterday for 8 Ethereum, maybe 8.5. They did go to 8, but if you weren't there the whole day, they were at 8.5, 9 ETH all day, and beans were under 1 ETH the whole day. And look, people have got bigger balls than me, but this has really, really jumped today, and you can see in the last 24 hours is leading the chart.
That just says so much about the NFT space. One, it's a bunch of degenerates that will just throw money into anything, and two, the attention span is just so small. One day they're screaming from the rooftops, like burn them at the stake, and the next day they're dumping back into the project. Like it's
crazy.
It's
crazy. With that said, I don't enjoy watching anything go to zero, especially when it had a floor price of 40 and knowing that there were people who bought it at 30, 40 around there. So look, each to their own, but I'm interested long term to see what happens. So that's those two, number 1 and number 4. We got Other Deed has picked up from where it was. I mean, it was sitting as low as 2.1 yesterday, sitting at 3 Ethereum. Bored Apes closer to 100 again. They were 90 yesterday, even under. I saw it about 80. Doodles has also picked up. They hit 12 again. They had their duplicator. Not much info on it. They're sitting at about 3 ETH, the duplicator itself, and Doodles went from about 18 to 13. What is interesting to see is that it does seem whenever a collection or like notable collection does a drop, the price after the drop goes down approximately the value of the drop itself, because that collection pumps before in anticipation.
And that's what they sort of priced it in at, kind of.
Yeah, which is always interesting. Mutants, thank God, are above 20. They went to as low as 18 yesterday. Obviously, when I bought my one, I didn't know they were going to go so low. Otherwise, I would have waited. But yeah, very interesting. Clone X, again, I mean, they were sitting at 12. If I had 12 ETH, that would have been my play all day. I love this ecosystem. I believe in it long term. Speaking of which, we are opening my box a bit later, bro. And let's just get everyone into this.
I can't wait to see what you get. I hope it's a rare vial.
We need everybody to think Alien from now. We're not doing it yet, but Alien is the rarest. And you really like Alien. So we did this last week, Moreland, and then my ledger wasn't working on me. I actually had to uninstall the Ethereum app on the ledger and reinstall it. It just wouldn't go through. It kept closing the connection. So I was able to move this box to my normal wallet. So a little bit later, we're going to open it. But everyone, please, we got to start thinking aliens. That's what we want. Or Murakami. Listen, either of the two is like 50 ETH or 150 ETH. I'll take either of those two. Then we've got Duplicator by Doodles sitting at just under 4. So again, they were under 3 yesterday. Moonbirds at 23. PXN is revealing soon, and they're under 4. Quite honestly, personally, with the market, what it is and what's happened on Azuki, I'm not touching this. It's nothing personal. I just know that there's not enough out there. This is by the same team of Metaverse, which has delivered on the Metaverse side. Not Metaverse, sorry. Nanoverse.
Nanoverse, yeah.
Nanoverse. And they have delivered on that side, but still, I mean, at 4 ETH, it's not a buy for me. Okay, Bears on Solana all the way at 120 yesterday when Solana was also low. I mean, you could have picked these up for about 2.5 ETH yesterday. Today's price, if you just calculate this, is just under 4. So yeah, interesting there. Also, don't know enough about it. Cult-like following, going to be interesting, but I'm sitting these out. I'm OG, bro. OG all the way. That's all I'm interested in. I'm not
Sticking
interested in
with
anything else.
yeah, sticking with what you know.
And I find this really interesting, Moreland. Art Blocks has really come back the last week or two. And, I was thinking it might have to go down to the fact that, first of all, we know in bad times that art, physical art, typically
Mhm.
goes up. So when the stock markets are crashing and gold is crashing and everything is crashing, artwork goes up. And it's interesting to see the same thing happening in NFTs. That
Yeah.
art NFTs are getting a lot more eyes. Maybe people have more time to actually look and see what they like. Maybe there's no pressure because unlike other projects where you're worried, when am I getting this? Here you are getting an art piece, that's it. Maybe they like that about it. But I've seen this trending for the last week or two, and it's very interesting to me.
Well, I can tell you that I sort of have a similar mindset. The only NFT I bought in the when did I buy this? 2 days ago. Yeah, the only NFT I've bought in the last week is like it's a limited edition one. There's 10 copies of it, 10 owners of it, and it's by an actual artist, so a digital artist. So it's not like a 10,000 piece. I'm not looking for a pump. This one's actually been on my list to buy for quite some time. Honestly, like 6 months, I've had this thing in my favorites folder on OpenSea, and I just randomly decided to take a look at what the prices were because there was a dip and I saw it at a really low price and I grabbed it. So I like this thing I'm gonna
Nice.
hold for a long time just because I like the art. I'm not expecting any huge pump or any
Yeah,
huge
you
flip,
should print it,
but
Moreland. Get it printed and put it up. Put it up in your place.
it's actually a GIF. It flashes, so I might just
All
put it.
right.
I
So
might get
you
a
need a
frame on the
screen.
wall. Yeah, I'm gonna put a
Yeah.
frame on the
Do you
wall and
notice anything different behind me? Because you
oh,
usually
I do.
very
Yeah. Oh, you got your Clonex up there.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Nice, nice,
Bianca's been working on it and it's finally done.
awesome. It looks
So
good.
yeah, man, you like it.
Yeah, yeah. You're gonna have to get
So
your new mutant up there as well.
nah, I'm not. I'm no longer diamond hand. I'm done. My diamond hand days are done. When things get amazing, I'm selling, and when things get shit like this, I'm buying. I'm not interested in diamond handing up and down anymore. I'm done. Done with that. It's finished. My Clonex is a different story, possibly. But again, I said, people asked when you were doing the show with me, people asked the one show, will I ever sell my mutant? And I said, look, if someone offered me 50 ETH, possibly. And
Yeah,
truth God, that's pretty much what happened. I got
yeah,
to over 40 Ethereum in a very short time, and I could do it. But yeah, I do miss him. I do miss him. But when I do miss him, I just look at my wallet, and that goes away very quickly. I sold at
yeah,
the right time. It literally was the top, and it literally dumped the next week. So yeah, I mean, I'm quite happy with that.
for sure.
Thank God, said yeah, RC Tools is free for the weekend, so that's great. Everyone should take advantage of that. It is a
Nice.
really really great tool. Yeah, I keep a good eye on it. Then we got here our friend Mr. Bean making a Web3 debut with the NFT collection. I really like him. All the
Yeah.
gifts that we use in Discord are him. I really like him. Going to be a 3,333 collection on Ethereum. And yeah, I mean, I think, memes work. He is a living meme. I like it. I personally like it, man.
I
What
think
do
I
you
looked.
think?
I looked into it. I think I saw it on Twitter or somewhere. I forget where I saw it, but I did see a mint price too, and it was. I think it was 0.25, and I was like, may like I don't know. For Mr.
Well, it
Bean, maybe,
depends. If
maybe
the
not.
floor if the floor gets to one straight away, then it's a great flip.
Yeah.
I, I'm
How
not
many
getting into
Mr. Bean
anything
fans
a
are
long
out
time.
there though?
A lot,
Yeah, I
a
guess
lot.
there is quite a cult following for him.
We've got Tarkon asking about Lazy Lions. Yeah, I mean, look, if I had a bit more ETH, I would be quite interested. They've got their Cubs drop coming up in this month. Um, which is exciting. And I like the team, and I like the project. I mean, look how sick this guy is on the floor here with the gold mane.
Yeah, that's
Not
cool.
that rare. I just like the look of it. And usually gold is rare, but he's not that rare. But yeah, it's a great project. The community is a great community, and I do like them. And Degen Tunes, yeah, I've said before, I do like them as well. Newer collection, do your own research, but they seem to be
They,
holding up pretty well,
I
really
think
well.
they
I
have.
saw them on the trending.
I think they're advertising some kind of like drop or something, or like a mutation, or I don't know. I saw
Look,
one.
this floor price is incredible for this market. For it really is. I mean, it
Yeah.
really,
No, I think they have
really.
something coming up soon. I have no idea, but I've just seen them teasing at things. So
But bro, look at this chart in this market. I mean, that's unreal. It's
yeah,
trending upwards. It's the
yeah,
only thing trending upwards.
they're doing something.
They're doing
It's kind of
something right
crazy.
because that's
Yeah,
over a month that they've been able to keep that going up. I mean, obviously there's been dips and whatever, but overall, I don't know if I've seen any chart like that in this environment in the last month. So
yeah.
very, very interesting for
Oh,
sure.
Tarkan says they're doing TNT, a TNT drop or something soon. So that would be, I guess, be why.
Yeah, but still, Lazy Lions is doing the cub drop, and they've
Oh,
gone from zero point 0.9 to zero point 0.7. Everything's gone down. So
yeah,
I'm saying that these guys are definitely doing something good. Definitely.
for sure.
What have we got in the news here, Morland? Before we open my box, is everyone thinking alien, bro? It better be a fucking alien or a Murakami, otherwise I lose 2 ETH straight away. I'm a bit nervous, I must be honest, because I was going to hold it closed. Because those, as supply of those drop, as idiots like me open them, the closed ones, the vials end up, doing better. But I'm thinking positive. Even though I know it's a common, I'm thinking alien, alien, alien. Okay, NFT collector uses CryptoPunks for $3.3 million loan. So that's bullish for the space. I mean, the crypto lending platform Nexo just approved a 1,200 ETH loan backed by 2 CryptoPunks, roughly $3.3 million. That's pretty
Wow.
cool. Yeah. Guess he's going to go out and buy another 2 CryptoPunks.
Yeah, I wonder what he's using the
They
loan
don't know what
for.
they're dealing with.
He's buying the dip. He's buying the Bitcoin
It's
dip.
like, sir,
He's
and
trying,
what did you use the loan for that you can't repay it? I bought 4 more. Can
he's
you
got
give me another 6 million?
that guy's loading up to buy the next crypto dip. He's gonna load up on Bitcoin and let it ride for a bit. See what
Yeah.
happens.
So we got Snoop Dogg and Gary V buying ownership in NFT's Big Three League.
Yeah,
Um,
that's cool.
very interesting.
I saw this big three NFT come out because I like the league. It's cool. It's actually good basketball. It's exciting. Uh, Ice Cube really knows how to like market and build an exciting environment and stuff. So I saw they made that announcement. I was looking into it, but I think that what they bought might be early access stuff or something. I don't know if it's out to the public yet to be buying. But it's really interesting how they are getting around this be not being like a security, right? Because you buy the NFT, you own the team. As an owner, are you going to be getting money paid to you? Like, how is this working?
Yeah, so they're saying here it's fractionalized ownership, and the NFT ties directly to a team rather than a pursuit piece of property or digital asset. Time will tell if the move will succeed, but there's no doubt that the league will have Web3 flavor.
Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's early enough that there are ways around it that it won't be around any NFT if you do it cleverly with the right lawyers. That it's not a security. However, I do think as the market matures, those loopholes will be closed, and But for now, you can get around it. And then we had someone here selling a board ape. I saw this at a 555 ETH loss, intentionally. Obviously, just got fed up with the market. I can, like, and this is all in my own imagination, but I can pretty much see this scenario. He's been pissing his wife off for 8 months. All he talks about, all he cares about is Bored Apes, NFTs. She's sitting there feeling neglected and whatever. And he says, but look, love, it's now, I bought it at whatever, it's now worth whatever. And look at this airdrop and look at this land and look, I got a coda and everything. And that sort of kept her at bay. And then everything crashed. Everything crashed. She took the kids, told him that she's leaving, and he thought, "Fuck this shit. I like real life more." And sold his Bored Ape. Said, "Please come back, honey. I've sold all the NFTs. I'll never ever. I've gotten rid of my MetaMask. I'm out. I'm done. Please, love. Please, love."
I can't blame him.
Mind.
I can't blame him, man. To be honest, like, I mean, I wouldn't sell. I know. I wouldn't have done this. I'm just saying, like, we get so caught up in this whole NFT world. You got to remember.
No, I get it. I'm really just joking. Like, it's a good-looking Bored Ape. What about your family, right? I am just joking, as far as that goes. But again, the point here is that he didn't actually have to do this. Like, if he had just waited, a little bit, he accepted a WETH offer. It wasn't even listed.
Wow.
He just wanted out for some reason. Don't know why. But I've told you my speculative.
That's crazy.
My speculative nature.
Well, what's he gonna do with the ETH now? Like,
so
if you're panicking,
USD,
but if you're panicking that bad, like, why lose that much money? Because it said he bought it 7 months ago for 600 and whatever.
Yeah.
If he, like, you're losing so much money, man. Like, he must have been new to crypto or something. I don't know.
No, well, even just thought it was going lower, and I don't know, and wanted out. I mean, it's when you've got 0.01 ETH sitting in an NFT, it's terrible.
Yeah.
When you've got like hundreds of ETH, I mean, that was a 500, 700, 1,000 ETH NFT. It gets scary when it looks like the whole market's going down, and sometimes you just want to pull the plug and it's too much. It's like the pressure of having that much money in an asset that can halve overnight, and then Ethereum's halve, so go to a quarter overnight, is scary.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, so let's have a look here, Marlon. Let's just set the scene again.
There it is, the skin vials. Yeah.
For anyone that was not here last week, just on the vials, because what we're going to get here, we're definitely going to get another box. We know that inside it just looks gold and we don't know what's in it. We're definitely going to get the blank sneakers. That's in every box. The only thing that's got rarity of the 3 items in the box are these vials. And basically, the most common one, about half of them are human. That's these ones that you see on the floor, right? Then the next one is robot, which is close to this price from what I remember last week. Then you start to get into interesting ones. So opposed to half a ETH, if you get a demon, it's 2.2 ETH, which pretty much puts you even compared to keeping it closed, because the difference in price between the elements by a floor human vial, as well as a shoe, as well as a gold box, and the unopened silver box is about 2 ETH. So demon puts you at equal, but still is cool, because I think this will go up like the box will. But anything after demon, and we are happy. Well, angels similar, 2.9. Okay, so reptile is what we either want. Worst case reptile, then we 10 ETH up, which is awesome. Undead is about 15 ETH, and then Murakami is 50 ETH.
Dang.
And then Alien, bro, is 100. It was 150 last week. 125 Ethereum. Okay.
Wow.
Again, I mean, this is what people are asking for. Them would have to go into the sales to see if any of them are selling at that price. But I definitely think it would. Yeah.
Has anyone used that alien vial on the shoe? Is there an alien
thing,
shoe
they've stopped allowing you to equip the shoes at the moment. Because they had a problem where people were selling their equipped shoes on OpenSea, and then after the sale, the guys were removing their vials somehow after the sale.
Oh,
So
so
you
there's
ended up
something
paying
messed up
you
in
ended up paying 100 ETH. You thought you were getting sneakers and the Murakami, and you did, and then all of a sudden they turned into just the sneakers.
plane. So
Yeah. So
they're
you're
trying to figure that out before they
yeah. So
activate it again.
they've stopped the sales on them. So you can see
Okay.
any that are for sale are unequipped, right?
I
These
was
ones aren't
just
for
yeah.
sale, but yeah, you can see what they look like.
No, I was just
Some of them.
thinking because it would be interesting eventually as the supply starts to go down and how, how much would a blank pair of sneakers eventually go for? Like if you really had diamond hands and you held on and eventually you had one of the last pair of blank sneakers, right? That's
No, but you can
oh,
make them blank at any stage. So you can
oh, okay.
almost like the doodle thing. You
So
can
if you
change
have
the
other
look. So you can
vials, you
buy
can
10. Well, yeah, there's only 8 currently, but if you buy all 8 vials,
so you can
that's
just
why
change your
I
sneakers as you want in the metaverse, like different
yes.
styles. Oh,
So
interesting.
you
I
have
thought
a
it was a
base pair of
one-time thing.
sneakers. No,
Okay.
you and that's really why I am so bullish on just the sneakers alone, because if you think about it, as they release more vials in different ways, these sneakers are going to be in demand because a vial's pointless if you don't have a base pair of sneakers.
Yeah.
And there's only going to be 20,000 of them, the amount of boxes that there were. Whereas the vials, they'll keep releasing more and more vials, but there's no need to release more sneakers when you can just change the look of your sneakers. Now, with that
Right.
said, they very well may have different styles like air
Models,
bubbles.
yeah.
They probably
They
will long
will.
term,
Oh, they
but
will.
these will always be the first pair.
Yeah.
And sneaker collectors, that's massive,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
So these will always have that collector side. So on my side, I wouldn't be looking to
Just
sell
wait.
this.
Just wait till Nike and Artifact do their Jordan sneaker drop. Maybe that's what's in the the gold box. Maybe it's a pair of Jordans, virtual
Might
Jordans.
be,
That
might be.
when that happens, that's when all the sneakerheads are gonna jump. More of the sneakerheads are gonna jump in and really start to take the space seriously. Is when there's some kind of Jordan uh, virtual shoe for sure. And if they were smart enough to link it with like a physical shoe that's like a limited edition one that there will only be 10,000 physical and there's only 10,000 of the virtual one, like that's an entire new market of people coming into the space,
Yeah,
right?
and it's gonna listen.
Because
It's
right
gonna happen.
and right now the people buying these Nike shoes and stuff, like there might be a few people that are in the sneaker scene, but a majority of them, I'm just assuming, but majority of them are probably speculators like yourself, right? That
Yeah,
hey, hopefully I get a good vial and I'll have this sneaker and I'll be able to sell it at some point for hopefully more than I got it for. But
yeah.
there will be sneaker collectors coming into the space very soon. Once that physical and digital gets bridged, 100%.
Is everyone thinking alien?
Yeah, let's do this. Let's open it.
Okay, so
Let's
everyone
see
has
the
to.
alien.
Everyone, hold on. Everyone has to close their eyes for a second and really
Everyone
and truly picture. Let's just get a picture of the alien for everyone so they can see it, because we can't picture something we haven't seen. Hold on.
type in chat alien. Everyone type in chat alien, alien, alien.
We need, honestly, guys, everyone gets an NFT. If we get a very very shit NFT, but everyone gets an NFT if it's an alien. I swear to God, all 13 live at the moment. All
Type it
of
in
you,
chat. Get in the chat and start typing
if
alien,
it's an
alien.
alien, you all get a shit NFT. Not like a zero ETH, but like maybe somewhere around the 0 to 0.1 mark.
Free is
Because
free. Free is
no,
free.
well, listen, most of my under point ones have good potential. All right, so what have we got?
We
What are the
got
choices? Dickens, the choices are aliens.
just
That's all
alien.
we want. Okay, so let's go through it. Alien is the floor is 125. That would honestly be the best, and that's the most rare. The next one up would still be incredible. Murakami. I like the look of the sneakers with the Murakami the most. But obviously we in this for profit. I can get an alien, sell it, and buy 3 Murakami vials if I want. So we really are thinking alien. Don't let this Murakami sway you.
Don't get distracted. Don't get distracted.
Yeah, exactly. But we'd be very happy with a Murakami anyway. And even Undead, we are happy with because it's 15 ETH. We're doing really well. Reptile is about 3 ETH, if I remember. Let's wait. I know. Reptile,
12.
we're also pretty happy, eh? So Reptile, Undead, Murakami, or Alien are all really, really good. Anything a demon and angel, we break even. And human and robot, we lose about an ETH by opening it versus keeping it closed, which I'm happy to do for the entertainment value. But also, I do think I always get comments. I'm due to get something decent. So Alien, Alien, Alien. Are you ready?
Let's do it. Let's do it. On the unboxing.
Right. Let's do it. So we go here. We connect our MetaMask. Oh,
here we go.
Oh. Okay, we select it. Whew. Okay, just have to click that open at the bottom. Alien, guys, what do we think?
It's going to be an alien.
Jacob says alien for sure.
It's going to be an alien. Here we go.
Alien keeps chancing it. Alien, 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 alien. I'm doing it. Alien. Ooh, what am I accepting? I've always been taught caveat scriptor. My dad taught me always let the buyer be, the signer beware. Final stretch. I agree to the digital collectible terms. Okay, I haven't read them, but I agree. I agree to the platform terms. Haven't read them. I agree. Privacy policy. Haven't read it. I agree. I agree that I definitely really want to open. I don't definitely really want to open it unless it's a freaking alien.
So all 4 of those you
I don't agree with. I don't agree with any of them. I'll agree with. Wow, quite.
Here we go.
Quite a lot of gas. Alien, 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 alien. More than I'm keeping my eyes closed. You got to tell me when we see something. Alien,
we're still waiting.
Alien, alien, alien. Oh, Murakami, alien, alien.
Oh, here we go.
Alien,
what did you get?
alien,
it doesn't show.
Alien.
It doesn't show what the skin is. You can't see it.
I got it invisible. How can it not show?
Rare. Ultra rare. Click what?
It says +1 skin. Let's just do a screenshot. I guess
go to inventory. Go to inventory. Click go to inventory.
But you want to see it as it comes.
Come on. It's gotta be the alien.
To equip a skin vial. Okay.
Oh, up at the top. Up at the top, there was vials. What did you get?
What's that?
Demon. That looks like a demon to me.
Is that a good one?
DMN. I guess that means demon. That was above angel, just above angel.
Okay, could have been.
It's all right though.
I'm pretty much equal.
Yeah.
Let's just double check that here to make sure. Oh, yeah. Okay. Look, it's definitely good. I mean, I'm where I would have been more or less, probably a little bit up than where I would have been.
Plus, you got another box inside of a box. So that could be a whole new shoe and vial combo. You never know.
Yeah. So I mean, I think I've been saying for a while. I really think this is a great 3 ETH or whatever, long term. I mean, it's not going to moon overnight, but that's really, really cool. How come no one's selling this? No one's selling this at 0.4. I mean, it's an airdrop that I just got. If there's any, I'd love to sell it. I mean, that's what I've become. I've become, as it comes in, I want to get it out, right? I do hold a nuclear nerds. Someone's trying half an ETH. I'm not greedy. I'm not greedy at all. Let's list it quickly at 0.1. Maybe someone will look and say, wow, that's 4x.
Cheap, yeah.
You buy it and you 4x immediately. Right, let's just quickly do this. So you don't know what I'm thinking now, but you know what I'm thinking now.
What?
I need to buy another silver box.
Another box. Uh-oh. You gotta scratch that
Bro, we're gonna be here until
gambling
4
itch.
in the morning. Yeah.
These are
I
some
need another box.
expensive scratch tickets.
Yeah, so listen, it could have been worse. And it could have been
No,
better.
yeah, I think the demon ones look cool. Like if you were to put it on the shoe, I think the shoe looks dope. Like
Let's
personally,
see how we equip it, yeah.
that looks pretty sick.
Yeah, but we're not going. They do look nice, but have you seen? I want to show you the Marakamis are really, really stunning.
I'm just talking, I guess, future resale, like like as a sneaker collector, right? As somebody that would purchase this because I want it in my collection. I think that one's pretty cool, like the
You see,
flames moving and
they
everything.
don't let you equip it, hey? Because of what I was telling you.
Yeah,
They've paused that. It says deactivated for now. Um, so this will be like your hub. So what is interesting
just
here,
continue to select sneakers and
yeah,
just
so Moreland, it is interesting here because straight away, the fact that you've got extra spaces means that they do plan on releasing more base sneakers designs.
or clothes, like
Because it says select a sneaker to equip your vial.
oh right, sneaker.
I guess if you had more than one of the same sneaker, it would appear here. So maybe that's what it is. Let's push play and see if it gives us a good preview of all of the different ones.
All
Yeah,
right,
so there's your oh,
they're
the colorful ones, the Murakami, bro.
is it okay? Or are these just all like maybe these are just loading images?
Yeah, so I'm trying to show. Yeah, it's not showing as well as I would like. Be nice
Did
if we can
anyone
preview
use
it.
one? Did anyone use one on a sneaker yet on like OpenSea? Like, is there one on
Yeah, yeah.
OpenSea you could
People
find?
got a little bit burnt.
Oof,
Yeah,
that sucks. Well, we could at least see one.
they were pretty quick with it, but not like I mean, it stayed like that for a couple of hours before they announced in Discord and on Twitter, and then only a couple of hours later did they actually close it, and that's why you do see some equipped here. But I do feel sorry for. I'm sure Nike will make good on it. To be really honest, I mean, it's
Oh,
Nike.
for sure. Yeah,
You know, the couple of people that did get burnt, they'll compensate. This one's quite nice.
that's the angel, I think.
I mean, I prefer the red one just as if we're just talking sneakers. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
like yeah, just wear it
Like
style.
literally just yeah, my style is much more. Let's just go into here and make it big.
And that's the thing you have to think about too
Check
with
how
these.
cool.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, even though it's not as rare, because I know where you're coming from. I know that you're looking at it as a flip, and the vial flip,
The
but
Val,
the
I'd
vial
happily
flip,
buy one
yeah,
off the floor just to have one and
yeah,
sell, you know, Murakami for 120
yeah.
ETH very happily and
But
give each of you
what I'm
10 points.
looking at this is like one. I know NFTs are the future of collectibles and a lot more things, but also like sneaker collectors, man, like it's crazy what you can sell sneakers for. If you got the original RTFK artifact Nike Dunk Genesis and like 10 years from now, 15 years from now, 20 years from now, like I'm looking long term, and I know that's very hard to do for a lot of NFT traders, but like do you think like you think people buying sneakers were buying them thinking this is going to be $1 million tomorrow? No, but
Mm,
some of them are, you know. So
yeah.
really thinking of this as like, is Nike going to be gone in 20 years? Hell no.
No, they're going to be in
Right?
the metaverse.
Yeah.
That's why I'm diamond handing this collection. That's why I made this guy my our show logo because I'm
Avatar,
sort of
yeah.
like I had to change all the branding, and I thought, okay, what am I probably not going to sell? And then
Yeah.
I went to this. Well, I felt that about my mutant. I must be honest. I said to you straight away. I mean, if Clonex goes to 50 in a day, I'll sell it and I'll change the branding. I mean, you know, it is what it is, and I'll buy another one when it dips to 20, like I did on the mutants. These are all beautiful. I must be honest. I
Yeah.
mean, you got the sky in the background. This one is really cool. But even the base one here, the way it changes is really sick. I mean, that's human.
Mhm.
That's the
Imagine
base
seeing
one there.
imagine seeing that on your avatar running around in the other side, right?
It's
Like
so cool.
that would be so sick. And like that maybe a bit of a ways away, but it's not that far, right? Like the way things are going. There's those are the Mirakamis. Is that
Yeah,
the yeah, these
yeah.
ones are sick.
They don't have any aliens equipped, by the way, that you can see.
No, these are cool.
Look, I love Murakami's artwork. If we're really just talking sneakers, forget anything. It's a bit girly for me, obviously, the pinks and whatever.
Oh, I'd
But
wear
I
them.
mean,
I'd wear those all day, every day. Those are
you like
sick.
it.
Oh yeah.
They are.
Oh
Look
man,
at the
those are
eyes
so sick.
blinking.
Yeah.
I
I'd wear
mean,
those in real like if I could get the actual physical, I'd wear those
yeah.
right now.
Let's have a look here.
Which one's
It's like
this? You
this
know?
is the undead.
Undead. Okay. Kind of skulls, bones
Let's have a
looking.
look. Yeah, so the Nikes in bones.
Oh, they're all so clean. Like they all look good, in my opinion.
That's
Can't
the
really go
nice thing. I
wrong.
mean, the nice thing about it being a brand, and I mean, I know branding very well, and I know big companies and all of that. I really, really do. I've been doing that for 20 years. Merch or whatever you want to call it. But I mean, even now, like the Premier League, we're doing all of Castrol BP stuff. So I know big corporates, and I know that Nike would not release. I can tell you that there are hundreds of hours on each of these and R's and and approvals and changes and they because they know the value of brand reputation and they've got a lot to lose by screwing up a brand reputation.
Oh yeah.
um let's have a
And
look at Reptile.
I'm just looking at these and thinking um in terms of like designers, right? You're you're an artist and whatever, and you've designed shoes, you draw shoes. That's how like it's literally a blueprint, and they build it from paper, they draw it out, and then they go to the computer and build the 3D whatever. um NFTs in general, like doing like most people's dream was would have been to be hired by Nike or Adidas or whatever and work at their head office and design shoes for them. But now,
Yeah,
like with NFTs and the metaverse, think of like the opportunities that developers have to work on contract. Imagine being a shoe designer that could work on contract for different metaverse NFT play like Nike or Adidas or whatever. Like you don't have to necessarily be hired by them full time. You could create really sick looking shoes. Like the creativity is off the charts with these compared to what you do on paper. I don't know. I just
yeah.
think it'd be really cool. Like I love seeing and thinking of new
You know
ways
what's going to be
NFTs work.
cool? You know what's going to be cool when they can actually do this as physicals exactly like this, and I think they will be able to in the future. Right,
With
that these are shoes with movement and with screens, and
yeah.
you to some degree. I mean, it's very early days, but I think to some degree you'd be able to
Well,
replicate.
they
Not
used
all
to
of it.
have the light up shoes. When I was a kid, I had
Yeah,
a pair of light up shoes.
sure. My
You'd
kids
step the
has one.
heel and the heel would light up. That's basically what the Nike Swish is on those.
I
uh,
mean, it's incredible what they can do there. I want to make this one bigger and have a look at it.
I think you got a good pull though with the demon. I think
Yeah,
that's a
it
good one.
could have been worse. It could have been better. I'm like that's how I feel. I feel a bit neutral for it because I really, really want 150
Don't we all? Don't
there.
we all?
But I would, if it was a human, I would accept it as well. I mean, in the end of the day, this was a free airdrop, and I really do appreciate the Clonex ecosystem, like I do Bored Apes. I've always said, like I appreciate, how they deliver value. Um, this reptile is sick. Did you see this one?
Yeah,
I
that's cool.
really like this one. The skin going,
That's cool. So one thing
they all are.
one thing I just thought of what you just mentioned, like they're continuing to provide value, right? And I
Yeah.
think one thing that is really bullish for Nike and the whole CloneX ecosystem is that with Bored Apes, they're sort of this like unicorn, right? They're just on a scale of their own. They could continue to drop profile pictures to everyone and people would probably be happy. That's what they've done. Like the coin, the ape token, and the land are the most recent drops, and we've seen what happened with those. But before that, the mania was just all about the Bored Apes, the mutants, and the Kennel Club, right? Those were the drops that made them. That was their formula, right? And all these other NFT projects are trying to emulate that. We'll give you our first collection, and then we'll drop this one. It'll be mutants. It'll be robots. It'll be ghosts. Whatever. World of Women Galaxy. We'll drop another 20,000. Right at this point, you're kind of diluting uh, your pool, right? Like you're getting very diluted. There's more supply, so the price starts to go down, and it's been reflected, right? And you're not a Bored Ape. But what they're doing with CloneX and Artifact and Nike, like the drops don't have to be continuous profile pictures. They've done that, right? You have your profile picture. Now we're going to give you a pod, a little metaverse room. We're going to give you another pod. We're going to give you a box. And for 6 months, we're not going to tell you what the hell's in it. But when you open it, it's going to be it's going to be 6 shoes and another box that
was so cool. The other box
that will probably be something else, but it's not another profile picture. It's something that you could probably going to be another shoe, another digital
set of vials, maybe,
or something that you can use to continue to grow your style and your swag in the metaverse, right? Like whereas Bored Apes, it's like, okay, I have to either choose which ape I want to use as my profile picture. And
with that said, they've now done the land.
I agree, but I'm just saying that model of just drop the profile picture, drop another one, drop another one, drop another one, right? It's eventually doing the metaverse stuff and the coin, that's all great. But I'm just saying that this has almost infinite potential as an ecosystem of not shooting itself in the foot and devaluing what they're building. So because they have Nike as a brand, they have Jordan as a brand, they have Converse as a brand, so and then all Artifact itself is a brand. So continue to just build on what you're building. Do what you've done for however long, 75 years, however long Nike's been around. Just do what you've done, only in the metaverse, right? Continue to just drive your brand forward and you'll be successful.
For sure. You know, what's really exciting to me about this particular drop, the silver box, the one we just opened that I no longer own, I'm having FOMO, is that it was the first branded Nike item NFT. So even though CloneX came out first and then Nike acquired them. So when they designed the artwork, there was no Nike in mind. So there's no Nike branding on CloneX. So this box, and I remember when I bought it, and I said to you, what interests me, the reason that I think there will be future value is that tick on the side. I think I paid about 3 ETH for it. And we saw now, I mean, I've gotten that in value in the VAL alone. And I've got another box now, and I've got another, and I've got the sneakers, which is great. So it really, in this ecosystem, it really does pay to hold. Whereas, and Bored Ape also, you know, and the thing is that when these smaller collections at a 1.1 floor are trying to replicate that, they can't, unfortunately, deliver that value because their main Genesis collection is valued at 0.1.
That's kind of what I was trying to get at with with it. It's just it just devalues the original collection, and Bored Apes is like an anomaly, right? They've been an anomaly this whole
Well,
time.
it's because they were the first to do everything.
You're right. Yeah, yeah. It's time for some more innovation, and hopefully, Bored Apes are a year old now, and the NFT space has been a lot, for the most part, has been a lot of copying what Bored Apes have done. I know there are a lot of other collections that have done unique things, but the successful model for the past year has been copy what Bored Apes is doing. So it will be nice to see if something comes out this time around. It's been a year. Let's see if something else comes out that's innovating, or if we're just all going to have to bow down to mighty Yuga Labs, and that's it. If you want to make money in NFTs, you got to buy into Yuga Labs. Who knows?
Or Clone X.
Yeah.
But the truth is, and I said it on the other show the other day, if you don't want to spend 3 ETH on the next box for RTFKT, the gold one, the obvious players that did this. They are about to launch. They're about to go crazy. They're sitting at 1.5 ETH, their second pass. And as I've said, like many, many times, they have watched what Nike is doing. They take it personally because there's in real life that's their biggest competitor, and they are going to deliver. So there are obvious plays like that where the risk is just barely there. And there's people I'm seeing today spending 1 ETH on something that's just dropped and no one's got any idea. For me, it did a something like that, where they've got reputation and ego and everything in it. Forget the
Billions and
funding.
billions of
Forget
dollars.
the funding. I mean, that just adds to it. It
Yeah.
does. You're
Yeah.
right. I'm saying, but even without that, there
Yeah.
is. It's almost like Gary V, from the perspective that he takes it personally. He's got reputation. He's got, and anything like that where people take it seriously. This is my name on the line, and you can see my face as well. And this is my name. Those are the things that I've been not recently, the last couple of months accumulating and trying to stay away from the hype and things that look like they're going to 4,000 ETH, and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
I think, yeah, you really
My board, my mutant.
memories, ghost memories.
We
I think
gotta change it.
you kind of hit the nail on the head there when like they're the competition, right? Like one of those brands goes, Nike or Adidas, goes heavy into basketball, marketing basketball, signing up all of the best basketball players. Nike is right on their tails having to make moves. Nike makes a huge push into football, soccer. Adidas does the same thing. Adidas makes a push into hockey. They're actually like really heavily pushing in towards hockey now, and Nike is reacting and moving into the space. Right, they're always on each other's heels, and it's just interesting that this is the next arena that they're on
Yeah,
each other's heels in.
exactly.
Right,
Exactly. I
it's
mean,
not a
honestly,
sport; it's a
it's a
lifestyle. It's
no-brainer.
something. Yeah.
It's
Oh
a
yeah.
no-brainer. And when everything when Adidas does go and release their avatars and they hit 5 ETH, everyone's going to be buying them at 5 ETH. I'm telling you, now is the time. So I just want to commentate here. This was the first pod that was dropped, the first airdrop that Clone X ever did, and this one was really great because it literally just appeared in your wallet. There was no build up to it. There was no announcement. It was just like we've sent you something, sort of almost like Beans did, but Clone X did it first. So this was the first one, and then where we started was the second one. That if you had held your pod, it is a bit like a time capsule looking at some of the NFTs here. I still own a few of them. I still own my Kaiju. I still own my Wolf Club there, which I really love. That's one of the ones behind me. I don't own my Chibi. I ended up selling. I don't own my Pudgy. I do own my Doge. I own a different dead feather. I flipped and whatever. I own the same
You better be careful. You better be careful. You might be getting some cease and desists in the mail soon. You got other people's. You got other people's NFTs on the wall.
Yes, I must change it. I really don't have time. Like you even saw in the previous where we started, the second one, this one here. I haven't even had time to
I love
straighten
the
my
doors.
dojers.
I love the doors.
Look, I tried to straighten them and then I couldn't figure it out, and I haven't been back since. We did that one live actually.
Yeah.
Wow, Galaxy eggs, hey?
Such
Look how
cool art,
gorgeous.
man.
Yeah, I still have it, hey? I
What's
still
that
have it.
sitting at now? What's that floor at?
Point
Like,
one.
really?
Yeah, they were 1.5 ETH. And look how cool my super plastic moves. He turns around, which is really, really cool. Yeah, man. So this was the second pod that we ended up getting. And then was the box, if you owned your clone, it was the box that we just opened. So yeah, I mean, I think they've done well. I'm not going to do it. There's market sentiment and whatever, but I am definitely wanting to buy 20 silver boxes and then just find that alien.
Scratch the itch. And how many are there? How many alien vials total? Do you know?
How many have there been of aliens?
No.
Under 20.
How many are there total?
Like
Alien vials.
0.05% of
It's a
the
super
collection.
low
Let's see.
percentage. Okay.
Very low. I wonder if I can find that info. It's a good question.
Wait, keep scrolling down.
Okay, I'll go back.
Yeah. Sorry.
No, don't be.
So these are all the current vials, right? There are current styles. Look, keep going down.
There's 8.
Keep going down. These are all locked out. So 100%, that's what you're going to get another vial in that.
Another, yeah, for sure.
A different style. There's going to be another 8 different styles.
I agree for sure. But I want to see the numbers for us.
Yeah,
I wonder if I click on it. I probably can find it on their Discord. I'm just going to have to scroll a lot because.
No, it's okay. I was just curious.
It's a good question. Can I give you an estimate?
Sure.
Of a breakdown. So if you look, almost exactly half have been used, right? Well, this isn't exact, so just over almost 11,000. So we can work it out, bro. Obviously, we're assuming that it's a fair, equal distribution, but there's probably, if you just double all these numbers, there's probably going to be maximum 35 aliens, maximum 120 or so Murakami, maximum 150 or whatever undead, maximum 300 reptiles, maximum 2,000 angels, maximum 2,000 demons, maximum 6,500 robots, and maximum 10,000 or so humans. So it almost looks like 50% human, 25% demon, 10 and 10, and then sort of 2, 1 and 1, or 3, 2 and 1, or something to that effect.
Yeah. Well, it's not bad grab to have a demon one.
Not bad.
Plus, it looks cool.
I was going for a reptile downwards.
Yeah, if you got the alien, you could have just bought all the demons you wanted. So
exactly. That's the point of it. So yeah, I mean that's been fun. I hope. What's everyone been saying? What we got going on here? Wow.
They're just really into the box opening. I think our conversation on the whole Nike ecosystem.
Dickens is so funny. The next one's definitely going to be an alien. It's easy with my ETH, right? All right, let's just do it. Let's just buy.
I think we just blew everyone's mind with our speculations on what Nike's going to be doing here.
Yeah, so the vials are definitely there, and I think it will be a different style sneaker and another box, bro. And it just continues forever. Ever. So I wanted
their metaverse.
Yeah. So it's interesting. Like, obviously, there's no official anything at the moment. My thinking, and Moreland, I'd be very interested afterwards to hear what you think. But my thinking has always been, and it's been pretty crystal clear to me, that they're not going to create their own metaverse. But just like in the real world, they're going to have sort of shops on high streets of popular metaverse or locations where you can go buy virtual sneakers or real sneakers that can then be sent to you. They might host parties and sponsor events, so almost like the real world. So they're not going to have a Nike like a what's in Florida, Walt Disney. They're not going
Disney,
to have a
yeah.
Nike world like a Walt Disney world, whereas Walt Disney really could. And remember, they have filed trademarks. So I'm really quite keen to see what they do there. But Nike themselves, I think, are going to replicate what they are in the real world. So they'll host event, they'll sponsor events, and especially if it's like sporting related or fits into their sort of meta. And then they're going to have presence on high streets and things like that, stores and things that they'll be in concerts and stuff like that. So that's how I picture it. What do you think, Marlon?
I'd have to agree with you. That fits in a lot better with their whole model of things, right? Like, they're, at the end of the day, they're a clothing company, a shoe company, right? Like, they're selling a product. I don't know. It just wouldn't make a lot of sense for them to put all the money into building a Nike
But
metaverse
then why
when
the
they could.
pods? What are the pods?
It's a cool, unique artificial reality hangout that you have.
That you can
So
put on your own metaverse, right? On your
yeah,
own
exactly.
somewhere.
So
Yeah, yeah.
when the metaverse becomes more open source, and this is something I don't want to take credit for because I heard somebody else speak about it, but with the other side stuff and them being this hub or a launching point to get to other gaming worlds. So the person used the example of Steam. Steam is like the largest gaming marketplace. You buy your games, you launch your games from there, and you play your games while Steam is running in the background.
Mm.
That's what this guy is thinking the other side would be like. It would be the other side world that you could hang out and do things in, but it would also be a launching point to get to other games, other worlds. So let's say that you have your pod and you can launch from there to get and you're hanging out in this Bored Ape world. You meet a few friends and say, hey guys, I want to check out my pod. Okay, cool, let's go. Boom, jump on that portal. Boom, you're instantly in your pod, hanging out, showing off your NFTs on the wall, listening to music, doing whatever, hanging out with your friends from all over the world, right? Like, that's sort of what I see the pods being, is your personal, like, come hang out with me in my house, right? Come over
Mm.
for a party, or it's going to be at my pod. And however you launch into that still has to be determined, but I can't see Nike putting all the money into building like a metaverse world. I can see them, exactly like you said, maybe buying a chunk of land in Decentraland and putting up some shops, or building on a bigger scale a Nike world in Decentraland where you could and go to a shop, or go and shoot some hoops, or go and whatever, do a few things that would be at your dream Nike amusement park, right? Like, they could do that and build an experience around shopping for their things in the metaverse, but they're not going to build their own land play. There's no way. There's
Yeah.
there's
I,
no reason. There's no reason.
Dickens disagrees, but I agree. Well, time will tell. Listen, we could all be completely wrong.
A
Maybe that.
lot of people are saying that, like, the other side is going to be the metaverse. Everything is going to be somehow interoperated within that. So I mean, that could just be a lot of Bored Ape fanboys, but they've got Yuga Labs has got the money, they've got the IP for the big NFTs already.
I don't see it, and and you know me, I'm a big Bored Ape
Yeah,
fan, and I don't see it. The reason, like you think Facebook has had 80% of their staff working on the metaverse for five
yeah.
years,
I
and
just
they
saw what they
say that
released though.
they're like 5 years away, right? And they've got a lot more money than Bored Ape Yacht Club.
Diff-
Like,
and
yeah,
it's different approaches. It's very different
okay, talk
approaches
to
to
me.
it. So, Bored Ape is taking. I'm just going by what I see from their trailer.
I'm
Bored Ape
gonna
is
continue
taking
decorating
like
my pot and while you
yeah,
talk. Yeah?
Bored
Okay.
Ape to me it looks like they're taking sort of a traditional gaming approach, right? Where we're going to start with a world that you can explore with your avatar. Their land pieces have resources on them. So that makes me think there's going to be some kind of resource gathering. It's gamified. It's a
Yeah,
massive.
for sure.
It's an MMORPG, is what they're building with us using our NFT avatars as characters. That's what they're looking to build. Whereas Facebook, they are taking an approach of like right now, anyways, are almost artificial reality hangouts. Like I just saw the other day, they launched a trailer, a release, a sneak peek for their I forget what they're calling it, but it's their interactive metaverse thing.
Mm.
So it's like a headset. It's like the Oculus headset, and within that, you can open up your messages. You could see your Facebook messages. You could open up a video call. They showed Mark Zuckerberg with them on, and like he was grabbing and moving a pretend stuffed animal. Sorry, I just hit my mic. He was moving like a pretend toy around, and then they had a meeting where he, like an alert came up. You have a meeting, and he pulled up the video chat and stuff. So it's different. If, Bored Apes has Animoca Brands behind them building this. Their focus is gaming, right? So I think they're taking an approach of let's get the gamers involved, whereas Meta is taking the approach of let's be what everyone sees the metaverse as. Let's be
Mm.
Ready Player One. Let's do it that way. So to me, it's a very different approach, and at some point they probably will collide. But I don't know. I see Bored Apes as like their other side world as a video game, and I see what Meta is building as an
But Bored Ape Yacht
interactive
Club, I
thing.
think like the clubhouse and all of that, they do want to have a hangout place
Oh
and a
yeah,
place where, where you just chill. And I imagine with Facebook being a social network, that their main thing is that, okay, when you in your own pod sitting in the metaverse or whatever, it sounds so weird, you're going to check your emails and play with your stuffed toys. And that's hilarious that that's what he does in his spare time. Like, oh, well, I wonder if I could play with this. But they want it to be like Facebook itself, where you walk to a central place. There I
and
see
you can
Morland. How you doing? Show you my pictures. You show me your pictures. Show you my video. You show me. So there's definitely an overlap. Both of those
yeah,
metaverses. Well, I do get what you're saying. The gaming side is definitely Bored Ape's focus, whereas that's definitely not Facebook's focus.
yeah.
However, I do think that they like the social side. Facebook will take on Bored Ape Yacht Club any day. I
Oh
mean, how many
yeah,
users does Bored Ape Yacht Club have? How many? There's only 1.5 million active wallets. How many users does Facebook have?
yeah. No, I
It's
agree.
just
I agree. It's just very. I look at them as very different things.
they
Um,
are. No, they are. But there's
and that's the gonna be the gray area for a long
but
time
my,
with
my
like what
point
what
is
is a
that
metaverse? What is the metaverse? Right?
my point
It
is with all Facebook's money and all the time that they've spent on it, we still only have Mark Zuckerberg playing with a pretend toy.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
True.
what I'm saying is, Bored Ape could still land before it's actually usable. Could be a while. I mean, I don't know, but I'm saying you have to think it's going to be.
Oh, I think it's usable. I think it's going to be usable sooner than you realize, for holders anyways, to go around and collect resources, do what they want to do. And for the people that don't want to do that, or the landholders that don't give a shit about that, there's going to be some kind of scholarship program, rental program, where you can play my character and I get half of what you've collected or whatever, right? That they need to do that. There has to be
Yeah, because there are a lot of people who just don't have the interest or time, and that's me.
friggin'
I
yeah,
don't
you
care
like
how many ape coin they're offering me. I'm not going to be able to sit there all day
the
running around in
average
water.
the average NFT investor that owns a Bored Ape does not play video games, especially a style of one where you need to farm resources and complete quests and whatever. So
Yeah,
they don't give a shit about that. And you'd have to start to think like, okay, what am I holding on to this for? What am I getting out of it? I don't play it. At this point, it's just a game that I don't play. I could sell
yeah,
it and make a lot of money. So I think those holders are going to be rewarded in some way, whether
I
that's like
agree.
a revenue sharing or like resource sharing through the game. And then you can sell those resources to people that actually play the game. Maybe that's what it is. That actually, wow, just great idea. Cause I was thinking about it, right? They can't say, I hold this land. A bunch of people have been going to this land to accumulate their whatever resource they need. Because they did that, you get this much ape coin. They can't do that because then it's a security. But what they could do is say you own the land. I come as a player. I'm there all day mining away, pickaxing at whatever resource I need, and I come away with 100 uh, diamonds. Because you own the land, you also get
Yeah,
25% of those diamonds. So you come
yeah,
away with 25 diamonds. Oh, great. I have this resource. Well, it's an NFT game. You can then go and sell that resource to people that actually play the game,
yeah,
right? So you are earning through
yeah,
not an actual security, not an actual token, but you're able to sell the NFT asset, the NFT resource.
yeah.
I
That
don't
will
know.
be a part of it. I think they're going to have, and I agree. I think exactly that, but I think they're going to have a lot more going on there.
For sure. For sure, yeah.
So, Molin, do you know anything about these?
All I know is that it's somehow expanding their ecosystem. Uh yeah, I don't fully understand it. Uh what it is, what it's going to do. All I know is that it's a new part of their collection. I don't know. Sorry.
So let's try to do a bit of research here. I mean, obviously, everything Molin said is 100% correct. One doodle equals one duplicator. What does it say? A backpack sized device with extraordinary powers, usable in our next major product release. Watch it in action at the premiere of our trailer during NFT New York. What's inside? Well, as we can say for now, all we can say for now is that it's in the process of forming nebulous doodly matter. Traits and rarities will be revealed on June the 23rd. Max supply 10,000, free for every doodle. What
Maybe
do you
this
think?
comes okay, so if you would, I'm going to assume it's kind of you use it on your doodle to duplicate it, get different traits of some kind. But I like somehow this has to enter into the play of the space doodles, right?
Yeah,
Like
I think it separates them.
there's going to be
But then
something
how can
here.
it be a standalone? The fact that you can buy a third party now, I can go in and buy this off OpenSea and I don't have a doodle. It,
Yeah,
it's got to be its own standalone something.
yeah, true.
What's inside? All we can say for
I
now is
really
the
have no
process of
idea.
forming traits and rarities will be. So it's not something that can be burnt like the backpack for three landers because it's going to have traits and rarities. Because they're saying traits and rarities will be revealed on June the 23rd. So It's got to be a sub
Doodle,
collection. It's got to doodle babies, bro. That's what I'm calling it.
Doodles has done everything right. So like I don't think they would do something that's gonna hurt the collection. So yeah, I have no idea what it is, but I mean
Look, it's got a
I
blue
wouldn't
tick on
fade
it.
this one. I wouldn't not look into it and try and figure out what the heck's going on with it, because it is Doodles. Maybe this is everyone's opportunity to get into the ecosystem for cheap, right? Like Doodles are what, 20 ETH right now?
No, they're like
Oh,
12,
well,
and these are
still
4.
okay.
Well, it's
Still,
not cheap.
it's not cheap, but this is cheaper, right? So for
But you
some
don't know what
people,
you're getting yet. That's what pisses me off, because I saw these at 2.5 yesterday, and I was thinking, like, yeah, I mean, everything you said, they have done everything right so far. They seem to have the marketing good, you know. So yeah,
one
but
doodle
what the hell am
equals
I getting?
one doodle equals one duplicator.
No, that just means if
it's
you
equal
own
to a
one,
doodle. It's equal to a doodle, Philip.
no,
Obviously.
no, that just means, do you know what I mean?
It gets you into the ecosystem. I don't know. I really don't know.
I think, but look, it's got a blue tick. They've said there's traits and rarities, so it's a collection of something. So now it's either going to be, and this doesn't look animal-like to me. I mean, it looks human. So it's a baby. It's a baby freaking doodle.
I'm gonna
Baby
say
doodles.
I'm gonna say it's alien or like space ready doodles. Space ready. Because you've got the whole doodles went into space. And okay, hold on. I got it.
Tell us.
They said that they're preparing nebulous clouds, right? Nebulous dust, nebulous doodly matter. The
Yes.
nebulous clouds are in space. That's space matter. So you sent your doodles to space. They flew into these clouds. They accumulated this nebulous matter, and now they're going to turn your doodles into a space like even more of a space doodle, like a cosmic doodle. Do you know
It
what I'm
can't
saying?
turn your doodle. It's got to
Or
be.
no, it's not
Then
turning it into, but it's
it's
a
got
new
to be
thing.
a
It's going to
cosmic
be a
doodle.
cosmic doodle. Yeah. Because the doodles went to space. They've look, it looks like some
Maybe
kind
it's
of
alien.
Ghostbuster suction vacuum thing. They
Yeah,
sucked up
yeah.
all this nebulous doodle matter, and it's going to form it into
A ghost or an alien.
I'm saying cosmic doodles. Cosmic doodles. That's my
What did
call.
I
But we got
like
to
it.
wait till June 23rd to find out. That sucks.
So yeah, I think you're right on the nebulous side. I think it fits in with space. Um, yeah,
And they have to connect, like every good project has a storytelling, right? So
yeah.
why the flip are we sending these doodles to space? It was cool. We
Why
got a
the
cool,
why the flip are we not saying why the fuck?
I don't know. I just said flip.
Each to their own. Yeah, it's probably better. Sorry, side
Right.
point. Yeah,
But it's just like it keeps with the storyline. It keeps with the space theme. And Board Ape has done the same thing. They've had their sort of storyline that they follow, and yeah, I don't know. I just think
yeah. Yeah, it makes sense. It makes complete sense. Just trying to
Ave-
get any further
I'm
info
just
here.
looking in the chat. Avery was asking, going back to the gaming stuff, asking about Meets Meta. Is it truly for? It's truly for gamers, correct? And I would have to say yes, in a way, if you want to use it as your passport to play the game, right? Like, I don't play Minecraft. I never have played Minecraft, and I probably won't. I might pick it up, like, meets meta, might jump in and play for 5-10 minutes just to see what it's all about. Like, I'm not a Minecraft player. Where that being said, you can hold your passport and use it in their scholarship program to earn by not playing, right? So it's not necessarily just for gamers. As their world builds and as more players come in to take part, you would have your passport up in the scholarship for them to use to enter the world and play and earn world token, and then you would earn a cut of that passively by renting out your passport. So that's something with all gaming things that you want to look out for. Is there some kind of, like, if I'm not a gamer, is there some kind of way that I can still benefit from this, whether it's a scholarship program or like a renting out your character or passive income gains of some kind or whatever. So hope that answers your question, Avery.
Yeah, sounds right. I just want to say that if anyone has 14 Ethereum and the time, that it is worth checking whether these ones, because these could have been listed before. So 7 days left means they listed them. You can just assume today. But like something here, like 6 hours left, maybe he listed them a week ago and's forgotten about it. And they haven't yet claimed
Claimed the
their doodle, whatever,
duplicator, yeah. And also
duplicate
now would be a good time to be putting in
2548.
offers as well. Now would be a
And
good
just
time to be
check if
putting
it's
in
been
offers.
claimed or not, because yeah, it could be an opportunity. Like even this one, it's got 3 days left. Well, he could have selected 3 days because that is one of the options. 7079. So I did this with Board Ape Yacht Club and Mutant Apes when
The
ApeCoin
claim.
came. And I spent a lot of time on it on my second screen, so I didn't have to do what I'm doing now, go back and forward, and I found absolutely nothing. There must be bots doing this, right?
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
Yeah,
100% people have
built
used the
bots to do
bot.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the way to do it. Because not so much on this one, but like if you think about, Ape Land, even when it came out, was 7 ETH, even for nothing, like just a basic land.
Yeah.
Not in the mutant world or whatever. The mutant ones were 15 ETH. So if you could find a mutant on the floor, quickly
I
claim, and then sell that mutant 1 ETH under floor.
Yeah. There's so many opportunities with the way the NFT market moves. You just have to have the guts to do it, right? to
Yeah, well,
actually
yeah, I need the bots. I've got the guts.
and
I
the
just don't
bots,
have.
yeah, and the bots, yeah. That's
I don't
true.
have the bots.
That's
So look,
very
I hope
true.
this chart stays green.
Yeah.
I don't know that it is. We need to really stay above 2-1 for a little while to establish that as the base point. We then need to breach 2-3 and stay above that for a while, like a couple of days, and then like the 3,000 mark before we can actually say we've turned around. So I know it's a great day because we green for the first time, but still exercise caution here, guys. This is how it works. Sort of down, 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 a small up, down, 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 a small. I don't want to be negative Nancy here, but I am concerned that we've got a couple of days, weeks of pain ahead of us.
But all
I am
that being said, it's not the time to leave the space, right?
definitely not.
Lots of opportunities with NFTs, I mean, NFTs is a little bit more risky, but if you're in it for the long term, right? Like buying with conviction, buying good quality projects that are still building, I don't think you'll regret it, right? If the
Yeah.
team is still working hard and building through these times, when we get through these rough times, that's when people take notice and things go off. So, just keep a good head on your shoulders and don't FOMO into anything. I
I'll actually
almost
show
FOMO'd
you.
this morning into something, and I'm glad I
I've, I've
didn't.
I've done a bit of FOMOing, I must be honest. But I'm aiming not to. I'm aiming to only do things. I did post a new thing in our library here on the Discord today, um, which I think is really cool because I agree with everything that you've said. And it's just I'm going to try and make it bigger for us. It's just a checklist of what to look for when you're researching projects, because you really ideally want to be focusing on projects that cover all of this. And Mutant Board APR Club ecosystem now does. They are docs. They have a great community. Their socials are pumping, and it's easy when you've got $500 million sitting in the bank. Doodles does tick these boxes as well. Clone X does tick these boxes also, and so on and so forth. But basically, it's saying you got to look at the team. Are they docs? It's the first question. What previous work have they done, either NFT projects or previous work in Web3 or anything that can be tied in? It launched other successful projects, well established in the industry. You want to look at the community. Are they active? Did you see a lot of project PFPs on Twitter when you're just looking? Go to the founder tweets, look at comments. Example, if you look at NFT Llama, there's lots of replies. You want to look at their socials and their engagement. The art, do you like the art? And is it high quality objectively, not just do you like it, but can you see it also having a wide appeal? So you might like skulls with arrows coming out of them, but do you think that's going to appeal to a lot of people? And then the OpenSea metrics, so you want to look at the volume, all-time high, percentage drop during the bear cycle. Then you want to look at the highest last sale and also how many sales are happening. Then the number of daily sales in a non-bear market, and then the number of daily sales in a bear market. And then you want to look at the utility of it. What are their plans for the future? And, what are they going to be giving you? Is it just a copy-paste roadmap, or is it something where they're thinking out the box? Like that's the, I was not interested in doing properly until they did the space thing. And to be honest, it's not my style. I wanted a separate NFT. I wasn't a holder at that stage. The reason I bought Doodles after they had done that, was because I'd never seen anyone do it before. And where the two NFTs are linked, you can't sell the one without the other. Just that for me, thought, hold on, this team is not copying anyone. They are on their own path. They've got their own ideas. And I do see a lot of that in three landers. So obviously Doodles is very expensive to get into. I do see a lot of that on three landers, just that side. I'm not saying all these ticks necessarily. I'm not saying not, but just that side, thinking out the box, their storyline and how they're doing it is also in their own way. So if you enjoy that side, and if that's something that's really nice for you, definitely, Doodles is the best. And coming up is three landers, in my opinion, just from that perspective.
And maybe if you've got the ETH, the duplicators to get in on Doodles, right? We don't know what's coming, but like I can't see them not using that as a way to expand a little bit further, right?
For sure. I do think one thing about most blue chips when they do these drops is that they would rather under-promise and over-deliver. There was an exception. World of Woman Galaxy.
They did 20,000 though, right? That was
20,000. They minted it, but the main thing was that they were so similar to the OGs. It just wasn't anything new. It was visually, I mean.
Yeah.
And look, they've jumped today. I mean, they were as low as 0.4. They're now sitting at 0.7. I have a World of Woman Genesis. I believe in the ecosystem. Guys, sorry, they were a blue chip. They're going to be around, and Galaxy is an entry into that ecosystem. However, I do think that's an example of where the secondary drop of a blue chip didn't wow. It's sort of like, just supposed to wow. It's called wow. But it didn't. But it's still a great ticket into the ecosystem.
It shouldn't have been 20,000. It shouldn't have been 20,000 of them either.
Yeah,
I think that was a mistake. But who am I?
And the fact that they started it at that price, even though no one bought a 2 ETH, it was a Dutch auction starting at 2 ETH. That also was like, But listen, as I say, I'm a holder. I haven't been tempted to sell it. And I do believe in them long term. And I think under 5 ETH, which they are at the moment, they will rip to 15 ETH next time they announce something and we have a bull market. I really believe that, like they did last time. So yeah, I'm not fighting them, but I do think their drop was not great. But you think about it, everything else that any big ones have done where there's a question mark, like Clone X is a prime example. Everything they've dropped has been wow. It really has.
Oh, for sure. They haven't.
And even
They
Bored
haven't
Ape Yacht
missed.
Club. Bored Ape Yacht Club the same.
They have more coming too. Like it's just one after the next. They've got something Mecha Dogs or whatever coming up.
Yeah. I bought a dog.
Yeah, I
In this
was just
last
gonna say that's gonna pump the dogs up. And
So the question is, do I sell before whatever happens, like when they announce it the day before, or do I go for the ride?
I think
I don't know.
I can't see them making it another thing like mutants where you turn your dog into another NFT. It's gonna forever change your dog for sure. And then they're gonna introduce some kind of like mecha dog battles or whatever. Guaranteed.
They've got to be, I agree with you. They've got to be careful about diluting it. If they just keep releasing collections, how are they going to deliver value to the Bored Ape, the mutant, the dogs, the new dogs? If I agree with you. I do think that the obvious play, next, once they get their metaverse up and running to some degree, is to give all their collections metaverse ready versions, either 3D or VX, not VX because we've seen the preview. So 3D versions of your mutant, of your Bored Ape, of your dog, of that.
That'll be cool.
That's the obvious next play.
Yeah, true. For their next like NFT drop after the mecha things. Yeah, definitely.
I don't know how they're going to keep delivering it as they expand this
they
ecosystem.
Just keep pulling rabbits out of their hat, man. They just keep doing it somehow. I don't know.
That's incredible. Anyway, Morland, we've been going for a very long time, my friend.
Yeah, it's a long one
It's
today.
such a pleasure. I really enjoy it, man. I love it. I love Fridays. I look forward to chatting to you and being with everyone here, all our viewers. Thank you guys for joining us. If you've enjoyed, please hit the like button while we're going now. It makes a huge difference to our YouTube algorithm. Subscribe if you haven't already on our YouTube channel. Welcome to come into our Discord anytime. And then I will see you on Monday. And we look forward to see you next Friday. Morland will come back. Hopefully, Morland, don't leave me alone.
won't abandon you. And next weekend is a long weekend here in Canada, so I can't make any promises. I might be going camping. I have to let you know.
I thought you were going to say then we can go for like 12 hours. Because
we just keep going. Go till Monday. Just keep going.
Yeah. Well, Tuesday. When's the public holiday? On the Friday or the Monday?
So it's the Monday, but
okay, so we can keep going all the way through Monday also.
Yeah, we could, but I may be going away. I'll have to let you know. I might be taking a little
no
trip.
pressure, no pressure at all. I just love having you. Thank you for joining me. To the viewers, love having you. Thank you for joining us, and I will see you again on Monday. Stay safe, be kind to each other.
Peace.
Spend some time with your family.
Yeah,
sending love, guys.
Touch some grass.
Yeah.